What's up, boys? Today we're going to be trying an elemental nuke sniper, the sharpshooter, the Thicc Boy overclock at level 18 for the M1000, and the jury-rigged boomstick was changed a bit so that it actually works with elemental effects now. It will scale up your potency stat based on the total clip size of the weapon, I believe. So we're going to try and convert both of them into an elemental type, and hopefully get the biggest clip size possible with Thicc Boy and see how that works out as an elemental base build for once. Fire rate is not very good, but it'll help in the early game and it'll give me a level, I guess. So we're really just looking for reload speed, and then I guess damage won't be that good either if we're going elemental. So really just reload speed and then potency once we get the damage type conversion. Let's get some early pickup here. The Nishanka would actually be pretty cool for that. We can look for the boomstick later on, but this will have medium and then some cool elemental debuffs. I'll take a level here, I guess. Reloads. Oh, I didn't even grab the artifacts. Crit? No, that would be very bad for elemental effects. Let's see what else we got. Ew. Oh, Chemist is actually pretty cool if we're doing that. Won't do anything right now, but it'll help later on. So the only conversion you can get on the M1000... Oh man, we missed the ideal setup, so I guess I'll have to go the reload speed here. So we have to get the fire conversion on that, and then ideally for the other one you would get the 100% clip size. But that's no longer on the table since you would need two specific ones. That's just not gonna do much. If I don't find the fire conversion, then I guess that would end up being best in slot though. I'm really going to be at the mercy of the basic overclocks we get for a run like this, I guess. Probably that's one of the better upgrades we can get. Get some early mining speed. Reloads. Fire rate is okay for the bull shark. I guess we'll get a bit to help with the early game here. The shellback could be an issue on a map where we don't have any rocks to help with them. So I'm looking for the boomstick or something that would have nice utility. The taser could work. You can get sidearm and some electrical debuffing on that, so I think that's fine here. Bing, bing, bing. Taser, please. Boomerang would have been fantastic as well. Let's get some movement speed here, and then I'll take a fire rate for that. And then another one. Open damage. Bit more movement. Time's ticking, my
Miner, move it! Stage 1 cleared. Be sure to spend your gold and nitro before the next stage.
Reload definitely. The issue is that most of these stats are going to end up being useless for me. Status is good. I don't think so.
Nope. Try again.
Can't afford the paint job there. We'll take a damage to get the overclock here, and what do I want at level 18 on that? There's the static field when you hit stuff. That one was buffed recently, so I think I will go for that. So I think we'll pass on adding the extra bolt types to it then. I guess I'll take that since we're leaving now.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
Those are pretty bad. I'll take the reload. So ideally you would get the fire conversion at level 6 also, so you unlock potency. And then that would double the number of useful level ups for it. Since right now it's really just reload if you're going for Thicc Bois.
Prepare to fight for your life. A big swarm is approaching.
Feeling much better now.
Supplies blocked. Get the landing zone cleared.
See you in hell. That will teach you.
Supply pod cleared. Impact imminent.
I'll take a bit of HP here, and then I don't think I care about any of these. That would work on one weapon. They're just not that great. I guess ration packet is.
Meet Jamaica creep.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly. Well done. You got them all.
Sorry, your own fault for being so good. Points on it.
Reloads.
Red sugar.
Nice pickup. I'll take a blue, I guess. It'll at least help me get through the early game until we can get the overclocks going. And then boomstick, that's what we wanted to get the other copy of the Thicc Bois overclock. And I'm pretty sure the change was to both of them. We can go fire on the M1000 and then either electrical or freezing on that one. Probably electrical since we already have 2 weapons to go with that.
Boom, baby.
Damage, I suppose. Potency is nice. Reload, we need that for the M1000. Every chance I can get. Bit of armor. Reloads.
You don't see these every day.
Fire rates? I don't think that really helps once we go Thick Boy on it.
That's the one. One down.
You might want a little bit, but I think reload speed is the main stat we're going for. We need the levels on that.
Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there
Potency
now.
or XP, pretty early on I'll go for that. And then some luck.
Feels rare. Feels right. Come and get me, you big busted bug.
Another blue fire rate, I guess. Man, this is a weird build for scaling. 0 projectile damage or anything like that. No fire rate on top of that because of the Thick Boy.
Here, have a
Stage
bullet in
completed.
the fight.
Onwards to stage 3.
Paint
looks
job,
good, it shoots
bit of
better. Everyone
movements.
knows that.
Those are kind of trash.
Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
Reload would be fantastic for that. I think I'll lock that, grab some more movements. Kinetic is going to be useless later on. I
Give it to
guess
me.
I'll take some crit there.
Try
Luck.
again. I can't get enough
It's
of
not
this
great,
stuff.
but we're
This makes my whole
kind
life
of
better.
limited right now.
You have your objectives. Get it done, miner.
Global damage.
I'm ready for a beer when this is over.
I feel like it probably would have been better to just go for like a generic elemental nuker instead of going for all of the damage over time stuff. It feels like I've limited myself too much on the upgrades.
I killed the loot bug, and I'm not so proud about it.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
Oh,
Use some
yeah.
decent mining speed.
We can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
Ew, never felt better.
Good work. There's a resupply on the way.
Turbo Encabulator would be nice, but I think it's too early for that. I don't really have much mining speed. I'll get some extra weapon levels with that.
Vapor on!
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready. Objective completed. A swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Potency.
What I needed. You want some more? Die! Say hello to my little friend.
Weapon range. I think I'm gonna go reload speed here. And I think I really need the levels on that, even though damage won't be the best. Big HP. Apparently I'm a tank sharpshooter now, and I'm just gonna grab the
This is a
overclock
rare
here.
treat.
Oh, I can't even get the fire now. So that build is completely dead. So we'll go this,
This is gonna change
and then I'll have to go
everything.
kinetic focus now, actually. That's kind of rough. So status is going to be useless as well.
Extra chicken.
Yeah, that's the issue with going hard on the specific overclocks, sometimes you just don't get them. So that's junk now. Fire rates it is. I'll go... I guess electrical... No, we're going full kinetic now. So I want to not convert that. Nitra or some kinetic damage. I'll take some weapon levels, I think. Probably reload here.
Time's running out, Miner. The bugs are getting worse.
Big movements.
You ugly son of a
Bit of XP.
This is a rare treat.
Threat level increasing.
That's all you got, you slippery
All
shit.
tasks complete. Stage finished.
Big damage. We absolutely need a lot of that now, especially since I passed up some of it early on.
I feel vitalized.
Damage.
Treat.
Gotta move on, Miner. The drop
Damage.
pod will head out momentarily. Stage 3 done and dusted, Miner. We'll have a good meal ready for you on your return.
Yeah, I don't stream often, just every once in a while if I feel up to it. Reload. Take a paint shot for that. Save a bit of nitra in case I find anything I really want here. Kinetic is fantastic now. That's a bit wasted, and we're gonna take it past 18 anyways. Movement. I think the reload on that's pretty slow. Yeah, 6 seconds base, wow. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
Next time, let's go somewhere nice.
Mostly when there's like a new patch with some fun stuff, like all the new overclocks and all, I'll try and do like 1 or 2 streams at the same time.
I die a little inside every time I have to pick up.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Bring the pie!
Objective completed. Excellent
Your
job.
own fault for being full of good.
Big potency. Yeah, fire rate's gonna be useless, so I will take that.
Now we're talking.
And then I think we... Do I still want the same electrical thing on that? Yeah, I think so.
Overclock.
Just maximize the debuffing for it. How much status did I end up getting? 60%? So probably like 2 or 3 upgrades that are going to be mostly wasted there.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
See if I can set off some of those detonators to clear out a path for me up here, hopefully. Please. I'm gonna run through some of the weak guys there, I think.
Clear the landing zone of obstacles, please.
Shoot to kill.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Feel much better now.
Decent crit damage. That's useful now that we're going for the full kinetic.
See that coming, sucker?
Oh my god, that's a lot of bugs. Reload is fantastic.
Die, monsters! Die, monsters!
So this would drop me 108. I think that's fine since we got the ration pack as well. Reload is great.
I'm not scared of you!
Quota satisfied.
Probably the early luck here.
Get moving. It won't hang around.
Kind of early, stage 4. Fire rate isn't great, but I'll take the level anyways.
You ugly son of a bitch!
Reload would finish that, but we'll get a decent amount of XP off of that right here. And I'll probably find something nice in the shop for it anyways.
Suck on this, you freak of nature!
Stage 4 is done. Onwards to stage 5 we go.
Hell yes!
Here we go, reload speed's good. And then this is actually supposed to scale up the potency based on the total clip size now as well, I think. But we're gonna take it anyways. I just can't really utilize that now since we missed the fire conversion for it. Fire rate probably doesn't matter now. I'll take
Feels
a
like
paint
a
shop
brand new nothing
there.
for me here. Let's try again.
Some fire rate
Give
for
it to me.
that.
I'm growing stronger.
And then some big stuff there.
This is the big one, Miner. Find and destroy the cocoons and take out that dreadnought.
Loot bug looted. Dwarf, don't die. He's dead. I got it. Loot bug looted. Think you can kill me? Think again.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
I got it in
Decent
the
paint
mouth.
job to catch that up a bit.
I killed the loot bug, but I'm not so proud about it. Come and get me, you big fucking bug.
We got supplies
think you can kill me? Well,
Clear
think
the
again.
landing zone of obstacles, please.
I'm not scared of you. He's dead. Oh.
One crate of goodies on the way, miner.
Never felt better.
Squinties. That'll depend on the total crit stats you get. I think that might be worth it with these stats. Divers is just good with no drawback though. If I get a lot more crits, then that might end up being a downside, and this will always be good, so we'll just go there.
Yeah, give me some sugar.
It's because the crit stats on that are additive and the damage penalty is multiplicative. So like the more overall stats you have, the worse it will get. And Sharpshooter also starts with some extra crit stats on top of that.
Watch out. It's big.
Instant healing on them. I'm gonna try and line them up if I can so that all the piercing shots go through them. I guess probably... No, we need the levels on the
I can't
jury rig so I can actually get the second copy of Thick Boy on that. If we can get the piercing shots through both of them, that'll be much better.
hello and good.
Or we can just keep blasting the melee guy over and over. Well, we ran them out of heals very quickly.
Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out.
Potency... Yep.
This one makes me want to be a better dwarf.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
Oh, I guess I actually could have damage numbers on, at least for the basic weapons.
Good work, miner. Now to stage 6.
See how much that Thick Boy is doing. Damage and reload are great. Take those for the main weapon. Bit more pickup.
Whee, not too
Cheap
shabby.
level for
This is
that.
perfect. Nothing for me here.
Reload for
Again.
medium is great. And then some crit damage.
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner.
So reload that on that.
Anything with more legs than
1.22, that's not too bad.
I found a gold vein.
We did get the highest damage combo on that, right? Yeah, oomph and bigger mags. Just not really what I was trying to do here.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Pull back the hell. Boom, baby.
We can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
Loot bug looted.
Big reloads.
I knew today was gonna be good. Dwarves don't die today.
Sharpshooter passive doing work there with the massive overkills on the
Fight
Thick
for your
Boy.
life. The big swarm is approaching. One crate of goodies on the way, miner.
Mocap is okay. We do have a decent number of rerolls, but I think I'm gonna wait a little bit longer so that we can remove more of the artifacts from the pool. And then the rerolls will be a little bit more effective if there's nothing good. Decent pickup. We could probably use a bit more still.
Shoot to kill.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Swallow this.
decent crit damage. Mainly looking for potency and reload on that, I think. Make it a better utility weapon.
Let's show them some pay. Shoot to kill.
Objective completed.
Got it right between the eyes.
Well, I guess we can take an easy red rate now with the Thicc Boy. Fire rate, I just don't think that's very good on it. And we've already taken a bit just for the levels on it. Reload is fantastic though.
Feel much better now.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
Die!
Stage 7 is next. Keep it together.
I think I'm gonna pass on that now. Reload definitely. Kinetic is pretty
Just the upgrade
good.
I was looking for.
And then that's very expensive for just one level on the utility weapon, so I'll pass on that. That one needs levels pretty badly. We'll take the clip size to go with Thicc Boy eventually there. Those are some solid gold upgrades. Pretty expensive, but we do have a decent amount of nitra here. And then I wanted to go payload here so that it would be much better at debuffing like elites and stuff for us. So whenever it hits large enemies or rocks, extra electrical stacks.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
I think we actually have a chance to make it out alive.
Oh yeah, and that one was buffed in the patch a decent amount as well, so it should be quite a bit better now.
I feel wider lines.
Though it seems to be just exploding the rocks right next to me. Take the boomstick level, we still need to get that one up quite a bit.
The swoon is heading your way. Load up.
Boom, baby!
Objective completed. Excellent job. Tripod ready for insertion. The drop point is too rocky, so please clear it out.
Let's show them some pay! Bring it on, my little friend.
Potency, yeah, that's the set I'm looking for it up. And then sidearm is the overclock we want for that also.
Here you go.
Make all of our Thicc Boys hit extremely hard. Ooh, weapon box. What's in the box? We got the impact axe with a fire trail. That does absolutely nothing here, other than potentially making some other artifacts stronger.
Big swoon detected. Lock up and get ready.
It's probably the single worst overclock we could get on it as well. The acid trail at least would have amplified the damage of the other weapons a bit. There's some damage upgrades we could have gotten instead. I guess it is at least kinetic to go with the two main weapons here. I'll take some kinetic damage there.
All tasks complete. Stage
I
7
just don't think I care that much. Big crit chance, not gonna pass that up on sharpshooter. Crit damage.
Here, have a bullet in the fight. You bugged out.
Get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. Good work, Miner. Now to stage 8.
Potency reload is 0.85. That's not too bad, and we'll keep getting some medium stuff. Bit more movement because it's fun. Don't really care. I don't think the level 18 on that does too much. Let's see what else we got. Damage on that's great, and so is reload. Take a cheap level for that, I guess. Then we have some gold to spend, those are nice. And then reload may as well.
You know the drill, Miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
Already in this. Open. Eliminated.
Objective completed.
Bring the fight.
Bye bye. Crit chance damage. Crit chance looks better here.
Not too shabby.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
Damage on the M1000.
I'm not scared of you.
Does that actually... That looks like it's damaging the rocks there. Be behind an electrical field that deals damage? I didn't know that, huh?
Supply pod LZ is full of crap.
See if we can avoid that magnet, save it for later. Yeah, it's damaging those, look at that.
Swarm detected.
Decent reload.
Supply pod launch. Impact imminent.
That's all you got, you
I
separation.
think it's a bit late on that. Let's see what else we got. No. Pay to win is okay. I think I'm fine with that. The piercing is actually useless on sharpshooter, I think, since that has 50 by default, that has 50 by default. If we go Thicc Boy, I think that gets a lot more piercing as well. So it's actually pretty weak here.
I got it. See you in hell.
And I don't even have to try to get the red crates now, since weapons with the precise tag will aim at the highest HP enemy. They just get absolutely deleted without even trying now.
Get there now.
60 Nitra is a lot of weapon levels. I do want that, but I think we're gonna go there. Probably better overall.
Never felt better.
Probably damage here.
This one looks best.
Looks like 270,000 crits on the M1000,
Stage 8 done and done.
and we didn't even completely optimize that since I was trying to do something else with it. Reload's
This one
good.
suits me best.
I will grab a bit of HP so that we're always healthy with the energy bars.
Show me more.
Damage is cheap, and then reload is great. Only a little bit of nitra, so we'll save that for cooler stuff.
Give it to me. Show me more.
Paint job would waste a level.
I rarely pick one of these. Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
Bit of mining.
You have your objectives. Get it done, Miner.
Turbo Encabulator. It's going to destroy my mining, but I think I will take it on stage 9 now. So we're at minus 13%.
Big swarm detected. Buggerman, get ready.
That hit the spot.
Bit more HP, just in case the energy bars hurt me too much.
One down. You ugly son of a bitch.
Probably reload there. How's that looking now? 0.65, pretty nice, considering it one-shots everything, including elites. Bye-bye. See if I can line those two up, and they're gone.
Well done. Objective completed.
I like both these. This will give us bigger numbers.
It will leave without you.
See if there's any resources nearby with my extremely slow mining speed. Doesn't seem like it.
Took out a loot bug.
Time's ticking, miner. Move it.
Take the level here.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Crit damage, finish that off with the reload.
Treat.
And it doesn't look like this says anything about the potency change I saw in the patch notes either, but this one does gain a bunch of piercing and weapon range now, which I believe is new.
This one almost
So
makes it
that's
too
up to
easy.
12 by default. I think we're okay here.
Nope. Try again.
Reload is good.
Wee, not too shabby. Surely next time will be better.
Global damage, paint job to try and get another overclock there, I guess.
To match it.
Just for the encabulator.
The dreadnought will emerge when you destroy the small cocoons. And watch out for elites. Keep your cool. You will make it out just fine.
Oh, I need to take a dump. There is much over here. Took out a loot bug. Points on it. Bring the pie. Come and get me, you disgusting spawn. One down. That's all you got, you slippery shit.
We got supplies ready for you. Clear the landing zone of obstacles, please.
That's all you got, you slippery shit. Let's show them some pie.
Reload, not bad.
Good work. Supply pod inbound.
I got it in the mouth.
Ooh, that's actually pretty good. The boss is almost out, but I should be able to one-shot them.
Yeah. We got
Big
the horde.
damage. Or we could go for 2 more levels on that. I'm just gonna take the damage, I think.
Now it's up.
See the biggest hits we can get on the boss here. Probably just reload here.
Let's do it.
Then I think there's one more to the top somewhere that didn't get one-shots. Those are not the greatest. Reload there is okay. Boss is up. I guess we'll just try and one-shot him instantly. Looks like 626,000 crit there. Not too bad considering the build was pretty messed up.
Hell yeah!
So yeah, there was something in the patch notes about Thicc Boy getting potency based on its total clip size now, which should make it viable as an elemental weapon, but you have to hit the conversions at one of the basic overclocks. So you're kind of at the mercy of those, and you really want the bigger mags as well since it's based on the clip size. So kind of hard to pull off. You can do it on both of these. We did get one of them there, but since I was locked out of the M1000, I think it was best to just stick with the kinetic there, take a bunch of sets. Oh yeah, and the sets over here. 494% global, 255% reload, 91 and 458% crit damage. I think the squinties would have been a downside with those stats. Not 100% sure, but I think we were close to the breakpoint. So divers was probably better there. Weapon box, not great, but it did buff up the encabulator a little bit.
Congratulations. One less dreadnought to worry about. Management sends their regards.
.3 acid dots. I don't think I'm going to try and do the calculations with a split damage type weapon. I can do the sharpshooter passive though. We had full kinetic on these three, so that would be 143, 146. So the sharpshooter passive was 110 million there. That's kind of nuts. Wow. Especially when we had to swap the build path a bit there.